And then I'll give you one that you're going to do for. Okay.
Well, start with Kevin.
So here we go. Analyze the problem situations by completing the following steps. First, determine an appropriate equation or an inequality. Then solve the equation or inequality over the appropriate domain. And justify the reasonableness of your solution. Okay, so here we go. Flower garden in the shape of an isosceles triangle. Each leg is 2 meters shorter than twice the base. The perimeter is 256 meters, find the dimension of the flower garden. Now, don't panic, slow down. Life is a word problem, you deal with them all the time. Don't say, I'm terrible with problems. It is not that complicated, okay? First thing I should do is what, in this case? Always, with something like this. Come on. Draw a picture. Yes, you should draw a picture. That is what you should do first. Draw a picture.
I was like, what?
Y'all are just all sitting and staring at me, so I thought I would answer. You should draw a picture. And this specifically said it's an isosceles triangle, so I made mine sort of look like an isosceles triangle, and I'm also going to do this to it. What do those things mean? That they're the same length. So this is an isosceles triangle. Those are also, the two that are the same length are called the legs. So it says each leg is 2 meters shorter than twice the base. Okay, so in order to know how long the leg is, what do I have to know first? You've got to know the base. So I am going to say B equals base, because that's the one I have to know. If I know that one, I can figure the other one out. Now I'm going to go back to this sentence, and I am just going to translate it mathematically, and I'm going to go word for word, and if it is a word that can be translated into a math symbol, I'm going to do that. Okay, each leg. Can't translate that into a math symbol, so I'm just going to write leg. Is. Mathematically, anytime you see the word is, it is an equal sign. 2 meters shorter than. Okay, mathematically, what would 2 meters shorter than? Minus 2. Now I have to subtract 2 from something. So I'm going to leave a space. I'm not sure what yet, but I'm going to subtract 2 from something. Okay, so I did each leg is 2 meters shorter than twice the base. 2b. 2 times b. Oh, that was easy enough. So, if these are the legs, then that means the thing at the bottom is the base. So, this is a B, and these are legs. So these are 2B minus 2. And how do you find the perimeter of a triangle?
There's some,
Perimeter. Yes. Careful. Perimeter. Side plus side plus side. You just add both sides to find perimeter. So 2b minus 2 plus 2b minus 2 plus b has to equal 256. Now it's just a regular old ordinary equation I can solve. 2b, 2bb plus 5b minus 4 is 256. You are just now solving for b, so I'm going to subtract, add 4 to those sides. I get 5b equals 260. Divide by 5. And b equals 52. Okay, now don't stop there though, because the problem did say find the dimensions. That is just the base. I need my leg also. So I have to plug 52 in to find the leg. So your leg will be 2 times 52 minus 2, which will be 102. And that's it. So base, leg. Everybody okay? So now, what makes this hard? You've got to remember a couple of things. You're going to have to remember things like what is perimeter, what is isosceles. You might be asked on this particular one or not, but maybe later you might be asked to find an area of a rectangle. So you have to remember those formulas. But other than that, it is just mathematical translation. So don't get overwhelmed. Now I say that because number 2 is a little overwhelming when you first read it. Anton's Automobiles is having a promotional day to bring in new customers. They are roping off an outdoor area adjacent to the sales building for tables and snacks. The longer side of the roped off area is 5 feet shorter than 2.5 times the length of the smallest side. The third side is 16.5 feet longer than half the shortest side. If 111 feet 6 inches of rope is used to enclose the area, what is the length of each side? Okay, again, I'm going to start by drawing a picture. I have a building. And it says they are roping off an outdoor area adjacent to the sales building. What does the word adjacent mean?
That's
okay, y'all are making it way too complicated. Adjacent, yes. Adjacent means they share a side. It means next to, but specifically they share, if you've got 2 angles that are adjacent, they actually share a wall. That's important in this case because it is a 3-sided figure, not 4. So, that's my roped area. It didn't say anything about it being rectangular or parabola or a trapezoid or anything. So I don't know what it looks like. That's just my guess. Alright, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to read the sentences about each side again. There are 3 sides. The first one I read is this one. The longer side of the roped off area is 5 feet shorter than 2.5 times the length of the smallest side. Okay, that's a lot of information. But I know I cannot find the longest side until I know what? The smallest side. I have to know it because it says right here, I have to know the smallest side. Okay, let's read the next sentence. The third side is 16.5 feet longer than half the shortest side. So I can't find the third side until I know the shortest side. So now I do not use S's. You are welcome to, but when I use S's and my 5s all start to look alike, and then I end up adding an S to something a little more. So I'm going to use X instead. So I'm going to say, let X equal the smallest side. Because in both of these, one said shortest, one said smallest, but it's basically the same thing. If I know that, I can figure the rest of it out. Now I'm going to go back and go to this sentence, and I'm going to go word for word and just translate mathematically. It says longer side, and I cannot assign a new variable. Because then we're going to get ourselves in a situation where we have more variables than we have equations and we cancel. So I'm going to write longer side. Of the roped off area. That's all just prepositional, just a phrase that describes the longer side. Then there's that magic word, is. So that's an equal sign always. 5 feet shorter than.
So -5.
Minus 5. I don't know what I'm minusing it from, but I'm going to minus 5 over here. 2.5 times. That's easy enough. 2.5 times the length of the smallest side, which I call X. So I put 2.5 times X, because it's 2.5 times small side. We good? So I got a longer side. Now I'm going to go to that next sentence. This one is talking about the third side. So third side is, an equal sign always, 16.5 feet longer than. So that's an add 16.5. Half the shortest side. 1/2. Okay. Next sentence, if 111 feet 6 inches of rope is used to enclose the area, what is the length of the side? Now, do not let this word throw you off. We are not finding all of the space that they can put tables and chairs on. We are looking for what can enclose that. So we're looking for perimeter again. it's just side plus side plus side. So the small side, which is x, plus the long side, which is 2.5x minus 5, plus the third side, which is 1/2x plus 16.5. And it should all equal 111.5. Because 6 inches is half a foot. Everything else was in feet, so we've got to make sure we stay in the same units. Now it is just an equation to solve. So I'm going to combine like terms. X plus 2.5x plus 1/2x. 4x. 2.5 plus 16.5. Oh wait, what am I? Oh, okay. 2.5 plus 16.5 is 19 minus 5. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. I used that already. I should be out. Okay. Okay, so negative 5 plus 16.5, that would be plus 11.5. Oh, 11.5. All right, now I'm going to subtract 11.5 from both sides. And I get 4x equals 100. So x equals 25. Now, that is one of the sides. It asks you to find all three. So that's my small side. Now you just take the 25 and you plug it in. And you can use your calculator to do that. Plug it in and figure out what the other side measurements are. Longer side. Longer side times 25 minus 5.
I put it in and I got.
Wait, let me look where you're putting it. Okay, really quick, let me show y'all something because this is no work. When you put 2.5 in like that, when you look at it in the calculator, there's a dot there. You have 2 times 1/2 times 25. That's not how you put in a mixed number. Mixed numbers are in here, in the thingamabob over here, the template key. What's in this one? There has to be a way to do it. I'll find it. But I know this for sure. 2.5 is 5/2. So if you'll put it in, I'll find where the mixed number key is. But 2.5 is 5/2. If you put it in as 5/2, you should get 57.5. Because I just did it in my head. And it's anybody want to add this real fast? Real fast and easy? What's 2 times 25? 50. What's half of 25? Not as easy. What's half of 25? 12.5. 50 plus 12.5 is 62.5 minus 5. So, but you should have known at least 2 times 25 is 50. So that at least has to be a bigger number. Okay, third side. Half of 25 is 12.5 plus 6 or 12.5 plus 6. That was pretty easy. So 25, 7.5, 29. Those are your three sides. Okay. 2 trains leave Santa Fe Station and travel in opposite directions. One is going 64 kilometers per hour and the other is going 72 kilometers per hour. In how many hours will they be 612 kilometers apart? What kind of question is this? That thing. This is, if you'll look, they gave me this information and this information. What are those? Speeds. What's another name for speed? What else do we call this? In science, what do you call that? We call them speeds. That's in there too, but we don't call them speeds. Distance is right here, and that's going to be part of this whole shebang too. And then there's this word. Okay, so I have distance, and I have time. What goes with those two things? Kevin, what goes with them? Rate.
Oh.
Okay, formula that you should know is D equals RT. Okay, so now, everything you learn, whether it's in math or science, is important. Don't forget it. Don't just memorize it for a test, because D equals RT is not going away. It will be there for the remainder of your mathematical and science life. Because D equals RT is a really important formula. Okay, so this is a D equals RT problem. It just so happens that I have two things. So here's the train station. Train A is going one way. Train B is going the other. So train A is driving, or I guess they don't drive, is going 64 kilometers per hour. For how long? Because I have an R, I need a T. For how long is it going 64? It doesn't say. What do we put when we don't know? X, but we'll put T because it's time. So 64T. What about train B? 72 for how long? Don't know. T. Alright, now, they didn't give me a distance for each individual one for me to put right here. But what they did say was that this whole thing, all of it together, should be 612. All of it together. Mathematically, what is all of it together? The sum. So 64T plus 72T should equal 612. Now you just add those things together. And divide. And I got 4.5. Go ahead.
Like putting the calculator, you get 9/2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's in the 4.5.
And if you want your calculator to, so, okay.
Yeah, it's in menu, then.
Oh, you don't even have to do all that. This is awesome. I'm sorry I haven't showed you all this before. This is awesome. Okay, so let's say I had 612 divided by 136, and I don't want the fraction. And I don't want the fraction answer. Your calculator is set up to give you fractions because fractions are exact. And mathematicians much prefer exact numbers to what's called a decimal approximation. But if you want the decimal, if you'll hit Control and equals, it'll automatically give you the decimal answer. So, see how it has the little wavy lines above it? That means approximately. So whenever you hit Control and that, you're getting the decimal approximation. Oh. Sorry, I didn't tell y'all that before. Sometimes I forget that y'all don't know things that I know. Okay. Next, the back. Now, inequalities. The process is still the same when I set up the problem. The only difference is, instead of an equal sign, we're going to have less than and greater than signs. So, and on number 4, specifically, they specifically addressed the domain. It says find the integers for which the following is true. So, in this case, because it's an inequality sign, you know, you normally circle and shade. But when you shade, it implies you mean all the numbers. This doesn't want all of them. It just wants the integers. What are integers?
It's like not
Whole numbers.
Yeah.
So positive and negative whole numbers. So no decimals, no fractions. Just the integers. Okay. So now with all that said, let's read. 4 less than 4/5 of the number decreased by twice the number is less than or equal to 3/5 of the sum of the number and 4. Now, we're just going to translate mathematically. So it sounds like a lot, but it's really quite simple. Just translating mathematically. So I have 4 less than. Now that is not the inequality sign. Because the inequality sign is a cousin of the equal sign, so it has to say is less than. You look later in the problem, see where it says is less than? That's your inequality sign. Your clue is the word is, because is always means equal, so this is an inequality sign. Okay, it's also word. Okay, so let's translate mathematically. So in this case, 4 less than means what? Minus 4. We're subtracting 4 from something. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out. 4/5. So this is what I'm going to subtract from. So I'm going to say 4/5 over here. Of. What does the word of mean in mathematics? Multiply. So 4/5 of the number. What's the number? X decreased by twice the number. Okay, so I'm multiplying 4/5 by the number decreased by twice the number. So 4/5 of the number, 4/5 x, x minus 2x. Is less than or equal to 3/5 of means multiply. The sum of the number and 4. Now, what does the word sum mean?
Added.
It does. It means an addition problem. It actually means the answer to an addition problem. So I'm going to multiply 3/5 times the answer to the number and 4. So how am I going to, that means I have to perform the addition first, because I have to get the answer. So how am I going to indicate that the addition has to happen before the multiplication? Parentheses. So we're going to put that in as 4x plus 1. Now you have your inequality set up. Now you just solve. So we're going to distribute. Clear the parentheses here, so I got 4/5. Because x minus 2x is negative x, and negative x in the form is negative. I did the parentheses first. I was going to distribute it, and I was like, wait a minute, those are like parentheses. Okay, now I have to get, because this is an inequality, let's move our x's to the left. It makes things a little easier to see. So I'm going to subtract 3/5 x. Add 4. Okay. Now I'm going to look that I'm going to clear my 5s and clear it all at once. 5 and 5. And then divide by -7. Now I'm dividing by a negative number. Flip your sign. Okay, now I got x is greater than -32/7. But remember, you have to apply the specified domain. And when I go up and I look at the specified domain, it says find the integers for which the following is true. The integers. This is not an integer. But real quick, if I put this on a number line, let's see. 32 sevenths. Well, let's look what that is. That would be negative 32 sevenths. So I'm going to put negative 32 divided by 7. Control Enter. It's negative 4.57 blah, blah, blah. So that's negative 4.5, and it would be a solid circle, except for that one can't be included because it's not an integer. And I would shape this way. What is the first integer to the right of negative 4.5? Negative 4. Because remember, these are negative numbers. So it'll go negative 4, negative 3, negative 2. So that's the first integer is negative 4. And because it is just integers, I cannot use this notation, nor can I use terminal notation. I have to be specific. I'm going to put a bracket. I'm going to be negative 4, comma negative 3, comma 2, negative 1, 0, 1, dot, 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 on to infinity. But implying I am just using integers. Because I have to apply my specific domain. Okay. Next. Mary Ellen wants to purchase a used car from Anton's Automobiles that costs $9,000. She wants to pay off the car loan in 4 years. What single interest rates allow for not spending more than $3,000 on interest in the time period? This formula right here is a formula for simple interest. I don't know where that gets introduced to you guys, but we kind of just go like y'all already know what it is. But real quick reminder in case you don't remember. I stands for interest, the capital I is interest. E is principal. That is the initial deposit. Or the initial amount borrowed. Because the same formula is used for savings account. R is rate, and T is time. And because they gave you a formula, you don't have to set up an equation. You're just plugging numbers into formulas. So you just have to make sure you know what each number is. So Mary wants to purchase a used car from Anton's Automobile. It costs $9,000. So what's that 9,000? Which one of those things is this? It's the original amount that you're going to borrow, because that's how much the car costs. So I'm going to borrow $9,000. So it's my P. So P is 9,000. She wants to pay off the car loan in 4 years. T is 4. What simple interest rates allow for not spending more than $3,000 in interest? So I know I is 3,000. All right, so now I'm plugging numbers into a formula. I equals PRT. So 3,000 is my interest. I am not using an equal sign because this page says these are supposed to be inequalities. And it says, allow for not spending more than 3,000. Well, it is, except for I've written the problem backwards. So, because of the way this is written, I wrote interest first. So, is this supposed to be the biggest number or the smallest number we come up with? It's supposed to be the biggest. We don't want to spend any more than 3,000. So, we want 3,000 to be the biggest number on the page. So, it should be greater than or equal to, because we want 3,000 to be the biggest. Which means this is going to be PRT 9,000. We do not know R, so now you guys were right, because if you read this the way you said it, the variables over here, it is less than or equal to. It's a less than sign. If you read it backwards, it's set up backwards because the formula is set up that way. Okay, so now I just calculate. This is easy enough. This is 3,000. 36,000 divided by 36,000. Put it in your calculator. Hit the control equals button. And get 0.08333, etc., which means the rate must be less than 8⅓%. Because remember, percentage, this is a percent. So I had to move my decimal 2 places to the left and the right. It's already 2 places to the right. one on the page. Ellie attends Palo Alto High School. Grading periods follow 6 weeks, just like us. 3 to 6 weeks from fall, 3 in the spring. She had a low average in the fall semester. So in order to pass biology, she needs an 82 in the spring. She got a score of 68 for the 4-6 weeks, 88 for the 4-6 weeks, 78 for the 5th. What does she need for the 6th 6 weeks? Now, assuming that all 6 weeks are weighted equally, how do you find an average when things are weighted equally? Add them up and divide by how many there are. Well, it's the second semester. How many 6 weeks are in the second semester? 3. So we're going to divide by 3. I got to add up the grades for each 6 weeks that's in the second semester. She had an 88, a 78, and the third grade we do not know yet, so that's where we put an X. We do know this. This number better be 82 or bigger. So this number has to be greater than or equal to 82. Clear the fraction. Simplify the side. And I get X has to be greater than or equal to 80. So she has to make at least an 80.